Welcome to the Midnight Mission. My name is Mr. Knight. How can I help you? That is where we get started off with the latest edition in the Moon Knight comics, as Moon Knight is back in Marvel Comics. From great writing, great colorism, great art, Moon Knight #1 start off with a banger. In this one, Moon Knight is in therapy, which we have seen him before a few times. But his therapist, Dr. Sherman, actually has been recommended to him by the Avengers himself. Unlike past Moon Knights, he has kind of started him a congregation. High Priest of Khonshu, as he says. The highest ranking of all the people associated with Khonshu outside of Khonshu himself. He protects any and everybody that travels at night that need his protection. And as Dr. Sherman is talking to him, just getting an idea where his mind is right now. As we all know, he suffers from multiple personality disorder where he has different personalities, and sometimes the other personality doesn't know what this personality, or actually not sometimes, a lot of times his personalities don't know what the other ones are doing. So in this one is more of Marc and Moon Knight in issue 1. As he's talking to Dr. Sherman, we get different panels flashing back and forth. We get one where a group of newly turned vampires are in the back of this van with some other vampires. Funny enough, it's like a pyramid scheme. They're telling me, well, we're gonna, this is your first night out, y'all turn people into other vampires, then y'all go from pretty much rookies to the level of Omicron. Now they were turned into vampires against their will. So as the van is driving, a white figure just comes flying through the window. It's Moon Knight. And as the van crashes, they attack Moon Knight, and he has stakes and he just murders them. One disintegrates, and the other one, he leaves a symbol. He said he leaves a symbol, 2 symbols. One is to let the night travelers know that he is here to protect and watch over them. And the other is for people like you, the undead. They don't need to be here. This is a symbol for y'all to stay away. And he murders this one with the wooden stake. Which, is always interesting. Seeing vampires in comics over the years, you would think they've probably evolved past the wooden stakes. But that's really been a constant, even in Marvel, which I will give them props, which I love, is staying true to what it was beforehand. So these new vampires are now in front of Moon Knight. A lot of them, I think all of them, this is their first time seeing Moon Knight in person. They're like, hey, yo, we just got turned to vampires against our will. We don't want nothing to do with this. Moon Knight lets him go. And so we get him back and forth in these panels with his therapist, Dr. Sherman. And now he even has his business. As I said, this is the congregation of Khonshu. He has an assistant named Reese, a black vampire, a black woman vampire. Ironically, as we could tell, what they show on the panel is these vampires with the red eyes, kind of see the fangs, and we get that with Reese, who was his secretary. Now, Moon Knight is constantly fighting the undead, vampires, or anything associated with that's in his territory. It's, hey, y'all need to go on somewhere else. My territory has nothing to do with y'all. So we get an interesting person that shows up as Moon Knight is on patrol again as usual at nighttime. He runs across somebody new that's in the territory. Dark skin, real bald, wears glasses, dress shoes, but he has his villain pinned to the ground. Moon Knight's like, oh, thank you. you know, his name is Dr. Bard. And he is aware of who Moon Knight is, who he represents, Khonshu. As he says, I'm pretty much, you could say, from the home office. And I'm here to inspect you, as Dr. Bard says. And now Moon Knight's like, yo, I don't know who you are, but whoever you are, it's a ranking system with Khonshu. And there's only one person above me, and it's not you. So as they have a little quip against each other, Dr. Bard says there's only one person that's outranking me, and it's not you. So now we got two people representing the same thing in the same city. What really could go wrong, right? What really could go wrong? So as Moon Knight talks more with his therapist, Dr. Sherman says something interesting. Moon Knight, can you die? Can you die? Moon Knight says, I don't know. And it's an interesting question because him not being able to die mixed in with dealing with the undead, it kind of goes hand to hand. So now as Moon Knight's talking to Reese at the end of his sessions, Dr. Bard like walks in front of them, but they don't notice him. And also, it's a figure, shadowy figure they haven't revealed yet. Looking back on this video, it'll be revealed by the end. But he's spying on Moon Knight from a distance in waiting. It seems like somebody familiar with Moon Knight. I don't know exactly who it is though, because the figure's face is kind of shadowied out, so you really can't see who it is. But he has a smile on his face the whole time. So as Dr. Bard walks in front of Moon Knight and Reese, they're talking on the bench, undetected, as they showed it, undetected. Can't even see him. He arrives in front of a statue of Khonshu. Looks like he showed up at Moon Knight's office, and he's in front of Khonshu, saying, this representative of you is not doing his job well enough. I'm here to do it right. So it looks like business is finna be booming. Moon Knight is back on the scene. And issue 1 did not disappoint. If you're looking for new comics on your pull list, Moon Knight #1, definitely recommend it. It is on mine. Most of the comics I will be reviewing and talking about are on my pull list. So, Moon Knight is back. I can't say it enough. I'm sure other notable characters will be appearing in this arc. But hey, I'm here for the ride. Thanks for tuning in. This is Moon Knight issue 1, back in comics. Check it out when you can.